Hey, and welcome to video number 3. We're going to be talking about the mindset roadblock number 2, which is environment. Now, while this may seem fairly self-explanatory and obvious, I know it's obvious, but it's something that we need to cover. And at the same time, a lot of people I've found, while it is obvious, don't really do. Environment. Environment is what surrounds you. The people that are around you, the things that are around you, the distractions that are around you, the things that should encourage you that's around you, that's your environment. Environment and people. So what does this have to do with mindset? Well, environment has a lot to do with mindset. Who you are around, what you are around. If you're around a lot of distractions, then you will not be able to get anything done, and it can really impact who you are and impact your mindset. Even if you have a strong mindset, it can really impact your mindset. So peer pressure is a huge, huge thing. And it'll change your perspective if you spend too much time in it or around it. So, for example, you've seen groups of people become like each other because they've hanged out or hung out in the same crowds. Even if you have a strong mindset, too much of one thing will pull you in. So even if you have a strong mindset, if you hang around certain types of people who just want to play or just want to play games and don't really want to work, don't want to be productive, or even if they are productive, they might be productive in an area that, is not an area that you want to be in, but not necessarily. And they may want to pull you over a different direction. So that's what environment is all about. So the question is that you probably get a lot is, you can't do it. It's not possible. That's not what everyone does. That won't work. Remember this phrase? You probably got it from friends. You probably got it from family. You probably got it from people that were closest to you. Now, that's not to say everybody, but I know I have, and I know many other people who have had the same thing. And what does that do to you when you're around that? Now, you can't get away from that, obviously, but there is a strategy and there's a method to getting around that and navigating through those waters. So you're getting hit by this type of question and your mind begins to change. You begin to think, wow, really, can I really do it? Or, can this really happen? Or maybe you do believe it. It's like, I believe this will happen, but just the constant negative criticism like this can really change your mindset to where you don't want to go to. So I'm sure you've heard of birds of a feather flock together. It's true. Online business of any type, whether it's marketing, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's something niche based, online business can be very lonely if you don't have a mastermind group or people of similar flock that you can flock to. And when it becomes lonely, you begin to wonder, should I really be in this industry? Or should I really launch my product? Is this going to work? You're going to have a lot of self-doubt, and things like that. So you need a balance. You need a balance of different types of environments. Accountability is very important in order to combat this type of roadblock. Even though you're able to navigate through the dark waters of, negative constructive criticism and everything like that, you're still going to need to have somebody come on that boat with you to at least be your mentor, be your accountability partner of some sort, so that if you do seem to drift away, then they can always pull you back or let you know that you are drifting away so that you can do the right thing and make sure your mindset is in the right place so that you can get to the place that you want to go and meet your end goals. The question is, where do you find people of similar flock? Well, that's easy. There are people that you want to find and people that you want to avoid, which I will be talking about next. So go to google.com and do a search for forums. Forums where similar people of your industry hang out. If you can find forums, usually you can find people and observe them. And observing people is very important because it might be easy to just go to anybody and say, hey, you want to be my accountability partner, but that's not the way to go. You want to search forums and you want to observe people for at least a few weeks. Look for people that are in a similar state of mind as you are or are one step ahead. Because if you look for people that are several steps behind you, then eventually you're going to catch up with them with several steps behind you. Find people who are better than you or strive to become better and who you can strive to become like. For example, find people who have been there or get into some sort of mastermind group, which you'll have accountability. You want to avoid, however, people that are not serious. Now, how do you know if somebody is not serious? Well, I've been in many circles where, business people dream dreams and everything. They talk about what can be or what could be instead of what is and what they're doing now. Serious groups should have rules like fees, couple hundred to couple $1,000 for a mastermind group. Or they have some sort of rules where, you need to spend time doing a certain thing or this and that. Now, while that may seem a little like some work that you might have to do, you got to keep in mind that groups that are serious usually have some sort of investment. You'd rather pay a couple $100 and get accountability because in the end, you will be able to bypass roadblocks in your life and your success level will increase beyond what you had believed in the first place. Unless, of course, your expectations are super, super high. You definitely don't want to be around dreamers. That will waste time. I've spent my time in groups where people have dreams and they say, oh, this idea that I got, or they're very flip-floppy type people. And you don't want to be around those types of people simply because your mindset could change and could be impacted. Now, you're probably saying, well, my mindset's pretty strong. But in reality, your mindset may be strong, but if you hang around them too long, then eventually your subconscious is going to, grasp all these ideas and, you definitely want to avoid these types of people. So accountability partners, what I recommend you do is either find a coach and pay them money. Sometimes you can find a coach for, $50 to $100 per week or per month. Find a mastermind group and pay to be part of that group. And make sure that some people have some sort of investment in the group. You could form your own group if you wanted to, your own local or online group, but you really need to be careful. You need to ask yourself, will this add a bigger workload onto you? And will this lower your productivity, or will this not take a whole lot of time and actually boost your level of success? So you need to ask these questions. You need to look at both sides to make sure that, you are headed the right way and for your business and for your ideas. And that's it.